I think we all remember the first time we ever cracked the mic and that just that rush and that addiction that you get being live on the radio. And I was doing overnights, going to Purdue. So I'd have to do overnights and then go straight to class. I would sleep for a couple hours in the afternoon and then I couldn't wait to get back into the radio station. My shift was midnight to 6 a.m. And I was kind of thrown into it because our overnight guy got sick, but I had learned how to do everything on the board. So when they called me and said, "Can you fill in for a week?" I was like, "Yes." And then that week turned into 6 months. And then went from there on. It was a little teeny tiny radio station in West Lafayette, Indiana. But that first time you crack that mic, and I think also when you have that first caller on the air and you get to interact with someone and then take a request, it's just such a thrill. And I feel that way every day. Our most unexpected guest just happened. Jamie Lee Curtis called us the morning of the opening of her film Freakier Friday. And she called it 8:08. The movie came out on August 8th. And the interview was exactly 8 minutes and 8 seconds long. It was just kind of magical. She's a good friend of our show, and we do a lot of charity events with her for Children's Hospital Los Angeles. But when she called, she was talking about LA and the movie, how the movie was filmed before LA, devastating LA fires. So you could go to the film and see LA, and it just made us all really emotional. But it was a really a nice bonding moment. We love her. So yeah, it's fun to have an Oscar winner on the show. It's a great moment, unexpected, unforgettable. One of the toughest on-air moments for me definitely was 9/11. I was 8 months pregnant with my son. The planes went into the building. He started kicking and moving. As we've all experienced, it was one of the most terrible moments ever. The phones were ringing. We just started answering. We stayed on the air all day. And just being able to do that live on the radio and come together to make each other feel better and to talk things out and to grieve and to um, spotlight the helpers and the firefighters and talk about the losses and then the small little glimmers of hope that came out of that. Um, that was so crazy and unforgettable and so hard. And then to be pregnant, it was something I'll never forget. It's the power of radio, just being able to have these moments together, to come together. My biggest oopsie moment was reading a story on the air about Rod Stewart on a yacht in the south of France with 50 topless women, something ridiculous like that. And the hotline rings. He called and asked me off the air to please retract the story. It's not true. And so I did, and I felt so awful. But the next day, he delivered a giant basket of wine and cookies and flowers and tickets to his show and said, "Thank you for the retraction. Please come to my show." And I did, and we met, and we've been friends ever since. He sang at my wedding. He's been there for the birth of my son. It's just been one of my most fun, longest, greatest friendships. So I'm really happy that I did read that story about the topless women on the yacht, or I might have never met him the way I did. So thanks, Rod. Thanks, iHeart.